everybody to this demonstration. Shocking news. Unheard confessions of R. Kelly concerning Aaliyah. Could R. Kelly have had Beyoncé instead of Jay-Z? Right. Now, once I discovered this shocking news, y'all know the first thing that ran across my mind. I gotta bring this to the Roc Squad. So, before we get started with this demonstration, if I could get you to hit the like button as well as subscribe to the channel. You're going to have to click the 3 dots. You'll see a circle with 3 dots in it. Click the 3 dots and it will allow you to like the demonstration. But before I get started with this demonstration, I have to read my copyright disclaimer. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Everything that you hear in this video that I call a demonstration is for entertainment and educational purposes only. Everything that you hear in this video that I call a demonstration is only allegedly. It's all allegedly. Okay? So once again, this demonstration is for entertainment and educational purposes only. Salute to everybody that's catching this on the replay. Salute to everybody that's watching from the clouds. Salute to all my moderators. Salute to you, him, and her. Salute to the whole Roc Squad, and salute to all my new subscribers. Within 2 weeks, I'm close to 1,000 new subscribers. So big salute to all of the new subscribers. Let me send out individual salutes, and we're going to jump into this demonstration. Salute 80s, baby. Salute positive vibes. Salute Londa. Salute Londa. I appreciate you all for pulling up. I'll make a few announcements to kind of like give, the Roc Squad and the new subscribers a chance to pull up. Y'all know I jump straight into the demonstration and people come late. And so then I have to backtrack. Salute Sophary. Salute Sophary. Appreciate you for pulling up. Salute Sophary. If you would like to support the channel, the easiest way to support the channel is free. Hit the like button as well as subscribe to the channel. However, if you would like to bless the platform with a small donation, my cash app is $ERICMCINT. If you would like to be a member, if you would like to purchase a membership to this platform, click on the 3 dots and you'll see where you could purchase a membership. Moderators help everybody out with how to purchase a membership. If you look through my catalog, and you'll see that some of my demonstrations are for members only. So that's one of the rewards that you'll get by purchasing a membership. If you have a question that you need for me to answer, if you drop a comment and you need for me to read your comment, purchase a super chat or super sticker. All right? So those are ways that you can support the channel. Salute Randall. Salute Randall. Salute D. D says, oh my, put your clothes on. It's Sunday. I was rushing. I got off from work and I didn't have no clothes laid out for me. And, I was rushing. And this demonstration, this shocking news is fresh off the press. So I wanted to hurry up and get y'all this demonstration. So y'all going to have to excuse me. I'm dressed half naked. All right. So please excuse me. Let's dive into this demonstration, y'all. Let's dive into this demonstration. I know positive vibes. I know positive vibes says, nope, we ain't going to. It ain't like this y'all first time seeing me half naked. It ain't like this y'all first time seeing me with a wife beater on. So, but I apologize, D. All right, let's jump into this demonstration, y'all. Shocking news. Did y'all know that R. Kelly, allegedly, R. Kelly was supposed to been with Beyonce before Jay-Z. This is allegedly, y'all. All this is allegedly. Did y'all know that? Also, did y'all know that Dame Dash knows exactly what happened to Aaliyah, and he knows exactly why. Look, y'all know how I do. Let's run the audio. Big shout out to the content created Too Strong. A big shout out to the content creator Too Strong. This is his material. Also, a big shout out to Ronnie Bo. So, big shout out to Ronnie Bo. Salute, Curvy Kai. I see you, Curvy Kai. Salute. Let's get into this audio, y'all, and listen.
So did R. Kelly ever discuss with you the beef behind Jay-Z and Dame Dash?
Dame Dash didn't want Jay-Z to collaborate.
At what age was Foxy Brown signed? I wasn't paying attention to Foxy Brown. But I didn't sign Foxy Brown. No, you put me in the ask. It seems like you got a question for Jay. Ask him.
So the arrangement first was to have him dating Aaliyah. And she didn't really want to do it with Jay.
I, in my mind, truly believe that Dame Dash know exactly what happened to Aaliyah.
So I was going at it, but Jay was the one at it. So he knew it before I did.
So this is something that's not new. But here you hear Dame co-signing what Ronnie Bo and others have already said. Jay knew Aaliyah first. Jay was there with Aaliyah first. Yes. You just heard Dame says they were going at it behind Aaliyah. You know, who was going to get her. Now, Aaliyah really wasn't feeling Jay like that. She really wasn't feeling like Jay like that. But one thing that we got to understand about the industry, when it comes to the industry, certain females are put with certain males. Certain rappers are put with certain rappers. Y'all know how this thing work. Y'all know how this thing work. You know, you might see a relationship with two rappers or R&B singer or whatever. And you might ask yourself, what do she see in him? I know a lot of y'all wonder, what in the hell do Beyonce see in Jay-Z? Well, it wasn't personal. It was strictly business. But let's listen to some more.
I don't know, man. What do you think about that? All right, but I'm going to keep it 100 with you, right? I, in my mind, truly believe that Dame Dash know exactly what happened to Aaliyah. And I'm going to tell you why. It's like when he talk about her, whenever her name come up, he got this weird, odd look, feel, energy to him.
When you got with Aaliyah, she wasn't coming in needing anything from you. That's what was attractive about it, you know? So I was going at it, Jay was going at it. So he knew it before I did. But it was just like friendship. No, it just ended up.
I don't know, man. What do you think about that?
Yeah, Dame was tied in for sure. He knew about the agenda, like, you know, around the time Pac and Big was, you know, running the hip hop culture, you know, before they died. You know, Pac was seen in a romantic relationship with Janet Jackson in the movie Poetic Justice. Even though they was never like publicly in a relationship, they genuinely liked each other, and you know the image was throughout there to the culture that, you know, Pac and Janet date, you know what I mean? And then you see Big end up with Faith. You know, we probably don't look at Faith like that today, but during that time, she was like, you know, like how people look at Beyonce. You know what I'm saying? So Big had actually married, you know what I'm saying, the baddest in the industry, you know, and then You know, Pac was supposedly, you know, had a thing with Janet Jackson, if not just in the movie, you know, but you know, the record executives and, you know, the people who create narratives and make certain agendas in the industry, they saw how relationships could you know, boost sales and, you know, even with songs, you know what I'm saying? If Jay-Z and Beyonce in a relationship and Jay-Z make a song about cheating.
Most people have no clue that in 2023, the best way to make
Damn
money
commercials.
on Amazon is not with physical product.
You know, it make it seem more realistic, like, oh, they talking about each other in these songs, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, the controversy make the song sell more. So they was trying to, you know, decide who to put in position as the head of our culture, basically. You know what I'm saying? They want really, they want to, it's easier for them to be able to control the culture when they can do it through one person. So it came down to, okay, we gonna put, you know, R. Kelly in power or Jay-Z? And of course, you know, hip hop was more influential than R&B to the culture. So it's like, we gotta put Jay-Z, you know what I'm saying, in the forefront and make him the man. So the arrangement first was, you know what I'm saying, to have him dating Aaliyah. And just like what's going on with Jay-Z and Beyonce now, she wasn't gonna be able to date nobody else or whatever. And she didn't really want to do it with Jay, you know what I mean? And when they, you know, was bringing Aaliyah around, Jay, to try to make the arrangements, you know, Dame was around for a lot of that. And, you know, Aaliyah actually liked it, Dame. She was close to him. She was trying to explain to Dame, like, I don't want to, you know what I'm saying, be a part of this little agenda they trying to make me do. You know what I'm saying? I don't really like dude like that to be, I got to be up under him. I can't date nobody else. We got to fake married, be married, have kids, you know what I'm saying, that type of shit. And, you know, Dame and Aaliyah had a bond, so Dame basically started really like catching feelings for Aaliyah and wanted her. They like as far as like to the extent of getting married and all that. So Dame knew what was going on, and because the people, you know, behind the scenes had this certain agenda and Aaliyah wasn't trying to be with it, you know what I'm saying? You know how it go, like, it's like either get down or lay down, you know?
Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that? Rock Squad and new subscribers, did y'all hear that? The agenda. Now this is a music insider, Ronnie Bo. That agenda that they were pushing, that agenda that they have been pushing for the longest time. Remember, Pac exposed all of this, right? Right, Curvy? Wow. But Pac exposed all of this. So now fast forward. Now you got this agenda. We wonder why R. Kelly ended up in prison, right? We see certain things you start to wonder. Okay, now R. Kelly is not the only one. And it's not to say that what R. Kelly done should be condoned and justified. No. If he broke the law, he broke the law. But it was a reason why. It was a reason why somebody crashed R. Kelly's parade. R. Kelly wasn't going for the agenda. It's going to get deeper. It's going to get deeper. And that's why Rock Squad and new subscribers, I had to bring this to y'all. But it's not a coincidence. And then he said, Aaliyah, she wasn't feeling Jay. See? She wasn't feeling Jay. She knew Jay first, but she just wasn't feeling Jay. And she wasn't feeling the agenda. Okay, we placing you with Jay. Now that means you got to roll with Jay. Have it ever dawned on y'all? Just think about it. With everything that's been going on, when allegedly Jay-Z was, you know, dealing with Rihanna and other females, have y'all ever noticed how Beyoncé has never entertain any other guys, even though I done a demonstration where they did say Beyonce was entertaining other guys, but she was entertaining them guys for power. But let's just listen, and I'm going to come back. Let's listen. Randall says, anytime you messing with rich pink toes, be very careful. That's facts. Let's just listen. Let's listen, y'all.
I mean, you gonna get with the agenda or you gotta go. So Dang definitely know, he know exactly about that. He know about the agenda, and he kind of talked Aaliyah out of it, and because he talked her out of it, she ended up, having a plane crash or whatever.
Wow. Did y'all hear that? Allegedly, all this is allegedly, he talked Aaliyah out of it. And so happened, that's what the plane crash was about. And also, why did Dame get blackballed? See, all of this is starting to make sense now. When things first happen, and everybody know my motto, let it play out. Let it play out. Because one thing about people, fake people and snakes are very, very careful how they move. And they pretend. And they do all kind of things behind the scenes. But one thing about the formula of letting it play out is only but so long that a fake person can continue to be fake. They're going to slip. It ain't but so long before a snake comes up for some air and shows he or she motives. Listen, y'all, let's listen.
So would it be safe to say that it seems like Dame knew what was going on when all this took place? I mean, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm sure he know the game. You sign up, you don't follow the lead, and that's it.
There hasn't been one day since she's passed, not one, in the 20 years, that I haven't either heard her name, heard a record, or seen a picture of her. Every single day she's present in my life, and I feel lucky for that.
Look, you're going to feel bad about it anyway. You know what I'm saying? Because it was somebody that you was in love or lust with or whatever you want to call it. But at the end of the day, he taking it real hard, and you see it's a different kind of guilt on his face whenever he talk about it. And that's why in my mind, I was always like, man, it seemed like something is, and I don't think that Dame is really a really bad guy like that. You know what I'm saying? But it's just something about the way he responds that made me kind of think something was kind of fishy with that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Just like Aaliyah uncle, the dude Barry Hankerson I was telling you about, he did the publicity stunt with saying publicly, making it seem like Aaliyah married R. Kelly. He was part of the agenda with Jay-Z too, because that would have made her bigger again, created a lot of publicity and controversy around her, and it would have helped them, the people behind Jay-Z would have helped them put him in a more influential position, because it's like when you got that girl in the industry, like that's who the culture looking up to is he the man. He got the baddest, so he the man. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just imagery. They control minds with words and imagery. You know what I'm saying? And that's like right now he got Beyonce. He looked like the man ever since he had Beyonce.
And if y'all notice, Jay-Z didn't start winning Grammys until him and B got together. He was nominated for Grammys. He was nominated for awards. But his career shot straight to the top once the plug-in with Beyonce took place. Randall says, allegedly, there was too much stuff on the plane. She didn't want to get on, and they tricked her into getting on. Facts. Let's listen to some more. Let's listen to this agenda.
But it was like an arrangement too, where if R. Kelly would have went with the agenda, they was gonna line him up with Beyonce. So,
Wow. Did y'all hear that shocking news? If R. Kelly would have went with the program, they was going to line R. Kelly up with Beyoncé. Now, in R. Kelly's defense, I know why R. Kelly didn't go along with that agenda. The same reason why Prince didn't go along with the agenda and what eventually happened to Prince. One thing about talented people, one thing about people that can write, one thing about people that can think for themselves, it's hard to trick them. It's hard to get over on them. R. Kelly was a self-made man. R. Kelly was he goes down in history as one of the best musicians, one of the best songwriters. Let me backtrack. R. Kelly goes down in history, whether you love him or hate him. Can't nobody deny R. Kelly goes down in history as one of the greatest songwriters of our time. I stand on that. I'll debate with anybody when it comes to R. Kelly's body of work. I don't even have to get into the platinum hits that he had on his own. I could hit you with all of the platinum hits that he wrote for other artists. See, R. Kelly wasn't going with the agenda. Let's listen to some more. This is shocking news, y'all. Run and tell a friend to tell a friend that Shank is dropping shocking news. Tell everybody. Pull up.
It didn't work. He didn't follow the agenda. So, Aaliyah had to go, and then they basically had to line Jay-Z and Beyonce up as a business arrangement to make them both look like she got the richest dude ever, and she the baddest, and he looked like he the man. He the guy, to look up to because he got the baddest broad or whatever.
Yeah, man, they just moving them around like pieces to a board game.
It's all chess to them, like, they the person behind the chessboard, and Jay-Z just the king on the board, and Beyonce just the queen on the board. But at the end of the day, they all pieces. They just just a part of the game. They being played, and at any time, you can sacrifice a piece in chess. You know what I'm saying? It's all chess with them. They got their strategy and agendas aligned up, and if you don't get with the program, you get sacrificed, basically.
So do you think that, and I think you cleared it up, but I just want to get clarity on it. You believe that, according to what R. Kelly said, that the Jay-Z and Beyonce marriages was what they call arranged or whatever, right?
Yeah, for sure. That go right into what I was just explaining. It definitely was arranged. Like she don't really want to be there.
And you know what? It makes sense because that's why she's so disrespectful. Like, how would you feel if your wife made a song, "You Must Don't Know About Me, I Can Find Another Man in a Minute," blah, 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 all that, and you married? I understand it's entertainment, but still, just certain things shouldn't come out your mouth. And then the other thing is, Beyonce had an interview with Oprah Winfrey, and she was speaking about saying that, like, you got to do your own thing. It's like, she just didn't sound like she's really committed or dedicated to a marriage, and it always look and feel like a business deal, even all the way down to how they like exploit their daughter. You got your daughter on stage doing that. Like, ain't no way in the world is my daughter getting on stage doing that mess. Whether my wife do it or not, I'm not allowing my daughter to do that.
So for all those, including for all those that wondered all these years, how in the hell Jay-Z got with Beyonce? There you have it. Allegedly, it was arranged. That's how. Allegedly. There's more.
And it's like, I think that I would want to protect my daughter from that lifestyle, at least until she decided to do it on her own, and she's too young to make those kind of decisions. So, but it always just seemed, I don't know, man, all this stuff to me when it comes to them seem really creepy. Okay, so did R. Kelly ever discuss with you the beef behind Jay-Z and Dame Dash?
Yeah, because Dame said it himself. Dame Dash didn't want Jay-Z to collaborate with R. Kelly on the 2 albums they did together or on the tour. So, Damon Dash also stated that he didn't even put his name on nothing because he didn't want to be a part of that project. Like, Aaliyah was opening up to Dame about certain things, including one of the things that she didn't want to fake no marriage or relationship with Jay. And, Jay, Dame, he outspoken, so he supposedly said something in front of all of them before when they supposed to have a meeting about doing a collaboration. And I know for sure Aaliyah posted been there, but he kind of, said something along the lines of, I see why you don't mind collaborating with this pedophile because, you and him got that in common. You know what I'm saying? And Dame Post has said something like that.
So allegedly, Dame said that to Jay. Allegedly. I see why you did the albums with him, because y'all got something in common. Because Dame wasn't for the R. Kelly and Jay-Z both worlds collaboration. And if y'all check the credits, Dame Dash name isn't on none of the credits. Dame Dash is on none of that. Jay-Z and R. Kelly, best of both worlds.
To Jay, referring to basically Jay-Z's situation with Foxy Brown. He was basically saying, y'all got that in common. And he
Wow. And Nas even pointed that out. Now, we all know, allegedly, Foxy Brown was 15 years old, allegedly, when Jay-Z smashed her. Whoop. There it is. You can't make this shit up.
He said that, like, around a bunch of people. You know what I'm saying? I don't know whoever else was present there, but I know Aaliyah supposed to been present there. And then, Jay-Z still from there went on and did the album and the tour with R. Kelly anyway.
Right, so they fell out behind that. So they're keeping a lot of secrets. That's pretty good on their part. They're keeping good secrets. I found that kind of odd too. Whenever again these kind of weird odd looks that he be having when he asked certain questions, like on the Nick Cannon show when Nick asked him about Foxy Brown, and he was like, go, don't ask me. What you asking me for? Go ask Jay.
At what age was Foxy Brown signed?
I wasn't paying attention to Foxy Brown.
But that's,
I didn't sign Foxy Brown.
I know you didn't ask.
It seems like you got a question for Jay. Ask her.
He basically, he told on the man. It's called Dre.
Yeah, for sure. He was indirectly saying, look, I ain't had nothing to do with that. I think that was his exact words. Like, I ain't had nothing to do with that. That's Jay. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to talk to Jay about what he did with Foxy, basically. And he was saying it like that to say, he could have easily just said, man, Foxy Brown was 18 when they was, working or doing whatever they was doing together. But he didn't say that. He said, look, I ain't got nothing to do with that. Jay-Z did that. That was him working with Foxy, not me. So whatever they did, that's on him and Unheard.
Man, I thought that was pretty bold of Nick to ask him that. Especially assuming that Nick got his own dirt. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wonder, ain't no telling, man, who arranged that for him to ask that question like that. You know what I'm saying? Because that was kind of awkward. Now, I could see if it was me asking that, but Nick, Nick could do dirties like the rest of them, and you set that up because you was dry snitching on Jay-Z, and then Dame, confirmed it, and that's where that went. You know what I'm saying? But I just think it's kind of crazy that they all tied up into this mess. You know what I'm saying? I also heard, now this is what I heard. I ain't saying this is, for sure, whatever, that R. Kelly was in love with Beyonce and was in prison singing. I think it might have been a video of him singing about, or was it? But I know it's been said for sure that he had been singing about Beyonce because he was like in love with her or whatever. Did he ever mention anything about that? I think I asked you before, but you didn't really tell me.
No, certain things I chose not to disclose about, R. Kelly and his situation because I don't think certain things he would publicize himself. Certain things he feel like he gotta still keep a secret. And I was getting frustrated with him at times, basically telling him like, bro, what do you got to lose? They already did this and that and the other to you. You know what I mean? Like, but I understand because he wasn't convicted yet. He was thinking he was gonna beat the case. So I guess he felt like that would come down on him more. But I mean, I guess I could mention that because that ain't nothing that can really hurt him. But he never said he was in love with Beyonce or nothing like that. But he did mention that it was an arrangement that if he would have basically fell in line with their agenda, that's who they was gonna give him, to replace Aaliyah.
Stop right there, Rock Squad. How do y'all feel? After hearing this, drop a one. Drop a one if you think that if R. Kelly would have went along with the agenda. Drop a one if y'all feel as though it would have been Beyonce and R. Kelly instead of Beyoncé and Jay-Z. Drop a two if you don't believe it at all. I'm going to drop a one. I'm dropping a one. I do believe if Kells would have went along with the agenda, I'm with you, Curvy Kai. Curvy Kai dropped the one. Drop a one if y'all with me and Curvy Kai. I think if R. Kelly would have went along with the agenda, I do believe it would have been R. Kelly instead of Jay. And I'm not saying that, well, I am saying it. I was getting ready to say I'm not saying that Jay-Z wouldn't have been able to bag Beyonce. But everybody, even Ariel Spears asked the question, how the fuck did Jay-Z get Beyonce? There you have it. Now that's some shocking news for your ass. Randall says, R. Kelly and Beyonce seems more realistic to me at that time. Oh yeah, them two together. But it's not to take from Jay and Beyonce together. Because I fucks with a couple of Jay-Z and Beyonce records. I think when it came to their records, Jay-Z and Beyonce, they had some airtight records. Those songs was bangers. But now I'm picturing R. Kelly and Beyonce. Oh, man. Can y'all picture? Can y'all imagine some R. Kelly and Beyonce songs? Randall dropped the one. So Randall was with me and Curvy Kai. Like I said, can't deny the Bonnie and Clyde joints that Jay and Beyonce did. But just imagine. D says, I feel Papa Knowles had a lot of influence in the situation. Because in the beginning, remember D, and remember everybody, Papa Knowles, he said he didn't even want Beyonce with Jay. Salute Leslie, appreciate you for pulling up. Papa Knowles said in a couple interviews, he said, I didn't want my daughter with Jay. So all of this shocking news that I'm giving to y'all, it really makes you think. It really makes you say, I could believe that. I could see that happening. Let's listen to some more.
You know what I'm saying? So they would have had the big celebrity couple and been the center of gospel and attention. Gossip and attention, I mean.
I want to ask you a big one. What was the agenda?
it just really can control, like, they gotta control both sides of our culture, which is the man and the women. You know what I'm saying? So if they could bring a couple together and make Beyonce the ideal wife for everybody to look up to, and make Jay-Z the ideal husband for all the men to look up to, and set their goals to the status quo. Like Jay-Z and Beyonce supposed to own the biggest house, or the most expensive house in America right now. You know what I mean? Like, them relationship goals is up here. So that it kind of like influenced our culture to say, well, I gotta be the man. I gotta be richer than every other dude out here. I gotta have more money than them, and my girl gotta be the baddest, or I'm not the man. You know what I'm saying? So this is the pinnacle of where I want to be in life. You know what I mean? So when everybody thinking like that, there go the competition. Now we all in competition with each other. You know, we instead of marrying a female because she real, she genuine, she got good qualities and carry herself like a woman, we marry her based on beauty now. You know what I'm saying?
And that's so true. And they go both ways. Instead of us men marrying a virtuous woman, instead of us men marrying a woman that's beautiful and rich on the inside, we got to have that baddie. We got to have that dime. And hey, I ain't mad at you if you get a baddie, because believe it or not, some of those baddies are beautiful on the outside and on the inside as well. But y'all get where he's coming from. You know, when it comes to men, most men, not all, but he's right on point. Most men wants eye candy. Most men wants a trophy, because most men feel validated, or they feel like they'll be accepted by their peers. They feel that they'd be accepted by other people if they got an eye candy on their arm. And that's just true, you know. But is that eye candy, is she a virtuous woman? You know, at the end of the day, give me a virtuous woman. You know, now if it's an eye candy and she a virtuous woman, yeah, we gonna rock. But hey, I don't care how beautiful she is on the outside. I don't care how the body look. If it ain't no substance there, I can't work with her. Because the beauty and all of that, we all know when the lights go out, you ain't gonna see that beauty anyway. And then most beautiful females and most females with nice bodies, they always complaining when you having sex with them. Well, at least me. I don't know about other people, but when I had sex with nice looking females with nice bodies, they always be complaining to me. Are you finished yet? Oh, don't put my legs up. Oh, you want me to get in that position? So, I mean, it is what it is. But let's listen to some more.
Just to feel like we important, you know what I mean? And we standing out, we doing better than everybody else. My girlfriend look better than yours, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's a lot to go up into that, to where, you know, it go into population control and all that, to where we gotta control this culture, you know, especially seeing after how big people like Tupac and Biggie became. You know, they was 24 and 25 when they died, but they had all young black men in America looking up to one or the other. You know what I'm saying? So, like when Pac was saying he gonna run for election, they didn't want people thinking like that. So they had to hurry up, get them out the way, and put people in place who they can control.
Why didn't Robert or R. Kelly want to go along with the agenda? Because it's like, to me, he was already going along with the agenda. You're doing all this stuff, you've been in control, like you got all this sexualized music, you know what I'm saying, you're doing all these different things, but now all of a sudden, you don't want to go along with it, and it's got to be a reason. Did he ever mention what was the reason? I mean, did he have a life-changing moment, or, I mean, what happened that he didn't want to go along with the agenda?
No, he never got in debt with that. He definitely explained it. Some of the things that they want you to do is, like very humiliating. Either it humiliates you or it's very horrific. Like, you know, Ryan Garcia, the boxer, people probably don't. I don't know if your audience into boxing, but if you look up Ryan Garcia, you know, he one of the most popular boxers right now. Matter of fact, I'll send you do a clip on him, and he basically exposed how they sacrifice kids. You know, people not really paying attention to that, but human trafficking is like way deeper than people think.
Human trafficking, including sex trafficking, the global industry of human trafficking, including child sex trafficking, is estimated to be worth $150 billion annually. Bro, I don't give a. Bro, they held me down. They made me watch little kids do. I don't give a anymore.
Young ladies, not just the young, but women in general, getting kidnapped and sold, but they targeting the young ladies, the underage. They really selling 13-year-olds to people, and it's people who really would go to countries to have sex with a 13-year-old just because it's legal there. You know what I mean? And they have these fantasies and fetishes. You know what I mean? So
you got a fetish with having sex with a 13-year-old? Have y'all noticed lately that it's been a lot of females? Now, the men have been doing it for years. The men have been doing it for centuries, sleeping with these underage females. But have y'all noticed lately that it's the females? Y'all notice it's been these females that's been having sexual relations with these kids? I mean, to each his own, but salute, Machine. I see you down there, Machine. Salute, Machine. Hey, Machine. But y'all notice that. I'm not the only one that noticed that. Lately, it's been coming out, you know, these teachers, they sleeping with these 13-year-olds and 15-year-olds and going to jail, getting locked up. I don't get that. I don't get that. What's up with that? I don't. Keisha Cole. Well, Keisha Cole got a overage guy, but and I get it, but then I don't get it, because I guess for a older woman, maybe with a younger guy, maybe she can mold this guy and groom this guy into giving it to her how she wants it, I guess. But wouldn't you think that an older female could groom an older guy? I don't know. What y'all think? Let me see. If I was with a female that was my age and she was trying to mold and groom me, would I let her? I probably would. But then again, wait a minute. Leslie says, I got a 33-year-old son. I can't go that way. But see. Now, and I don't mean to put my business out there, but position-wise, all right, we all right, you want to get down for the get down out in the rain. You know, I'm going to be wet. I'm going to be soaking wet. I'm going to get sick. But, all right, you want to get down for the get down outside in the rain. All right, let's go. Stuff like that. You know, you give me some other fantasies. You want to try in a public place. We might get locked up for indecent, whatever you call it, and new acts in public, but all right, let's go. Stuff like that for fantasy. But all that extra curriculum stuff, I ain't doing all that extra curriculum, all that other crazy stuff that they doing. You know, you want to get somebody that's underage, I ain't doing that. I ain't messing with nobody that's underage. Me at my age, that's like me at my age messing with a female 15 years old. I got a grandkid that's 15 years old. What in the hell I look like sexual relations with a 15-year-old? So Leslie says, I be looking at him crazy with the mess he be doing and coming out his mouth. And like I said, you know, we all might got fantasies. Like I said, that's as far as my fantasies go. Stuff like that. You know, doing stuff out in public. You know, driving to a public area and getting in the back seat. Stuff like that. You know what I mean? You know, it'll be the thrill. Let's see if we don't get caught. And, you know, stuff like that. You know, but all this extracurriculum stuff, I ain't doing all of that. Let's listen to some more.
When you know it go to that extent, there's no telling what they wanted him to do. And that's why I stand for R. Kelly and take his side, because he got everybody bashing him, but we don't know what that man had to go through in that industry and why they bashing him so much. It's something that he didn't want to do. And whatever he didn't want to do, is people like Jay-Z, who they honor and look up to, that's doing these things and willing to continue to do it.
Stop right there. Stop right there. So apparently, it just seems like Jay allegedly went with the agenda. And apparently, allegedly, R. Kelly didn't go with the agenda. D says, oh my God, Shank, keep a cougar laced and treat her like she's special and there's no problem. Right. But the majority of the cougars, D, the majority of the cougars, they want the young guys. I don't know why. You know, maybe some of y'all cougars out there can help me understand. That way, I'm able to speak on it. If you are a cougar, and remember, this is a no judgment platform. We don't judge over here. So, if you are a cougar, what do you get out of being with a younger male that's between the ages of 18 years and older? D says, Silver Fox for me. What, as a cougar, talk to me. What do you get out of, what do a cougar get out of sexually being active with a younger man? Let's start there. Because, I don't know. Maybe Positive Vibes says those cougars like men with hair. I ain't paying you no attention, Positive Vibes. Felicia says nothing. Because maybe it could be the stamina. I'm thinking like maybe the young boys, well, not young boys, maybe the younger men got stamina that older men don't have. Maybe the younger men can last longer. Maybe. I'm an older man and I can last long. So I don't know. That's why I'm asking. I ain't fooling with you on this demonstration, Positive Vibes. And you and Beautiful, y'all like to show y'all asses over there on Miss Parker's. I'm going to get you in Beautiful Nightmare, Positive Vibes. I'm going to get y'all, both of y'all. Report to my office. Beautiful Nightmare talking about, I've been banned out of your office. Get your ass to my office, Beautiful Nightmare and Positive Vibes. But, so that's what I'm trying to, you know, understand. This whole cougar, I guess it's the same thing for a sugar daddy. But sugar daddies spend money. Well, cougars spend money too. Y'all know them young men. Y'all know them young men really ain't going to be fooling with y'all unless y'all spending money. But that's enough of that. See, y'all got me off track. Let's get back to the demonstration. Shout out to Miss Parker.
I was looking you up, Googling.
Shout out to Miss Parker. Miss Parker gave a good demonstration yesterday. She will be doing a demonstration later on today on her platform. So make sure everybody pull up on Miss Parker's platform later on. Shout out, big salute to Miss Parker.
You know, trying to see what else, what other kind of interviews you did and things like that. And I ran across a song. What was the name? You made a song about, it's called Free R. Kelly or something like that, right?
Yeah.
And in that song, I heard a lot of anger is what I perceive, anger towards Jay-Z. You know, because you said, you know, F Jay-Z or whatever in the song. Look, let me play this for you real quick.
So free R. Kelly and Jay-Z. This the whole boy, you know you gon' get blacklisted. Fuck industry, I ain't doing no.
So what was the animosity between you and Jay-Z?
I really won't say there's no animosity, but Jay-Z was once my favorite rapper and somebody I looked to as an influential black man. Like, it's like I wanted to be like him, you know, at a point in my life. And then, you know, once I met R. Kelly and R. Kelly had, you know, told me certain things about Jay-Z, you know, that made me look at him different. And then I started looking into certain shit like Jay-Z has a co-CEO with Roc Nation, who is a federal informant. Her name is Desiree Perez. She set up a lot of big-time drug dealers, and now for some reason, she the CEO of Roc Nation. So she the one really running Roc Nation while he, you know, enjoying life. Not this.
So allegedly, Jay-Z has an informant in business with him over at Roc Nation. Salute Miss Parker. Salute Miss Parker. Yahweh God says some young men like good old women. They know how to treat us right. And that's true. That's true. You know, older women, and it's not to take away from younger women and average age women, but you know, Yahweh God says I heard about that. But older women do like to take care of, you know, they men. I will give that to older women. Younger women do too. I ain't going front. The younger women do too. But the majority of older women, I guess because older women have been there and done that, they're more seasoned and they're just looking for a peace of mind, I guess. Y'all cougars, come on out of the bushes. I need for all cougars to come out of the bushes. I need for all cougars and sugar daddies to come out of the bushes and join me in the chat. I have questions. In the chat, have questions also. Remember, make sure everybody pull up on Miss Parker later on.
Say he don't still put in work, but for the most part, she run that. And so you got a federal informant ahead of the biggest, one of the biggest, if not the biggest, brands in our culture. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of artists sign under Roc Nation, and there's no telling like what they got them doing. You know, if for example, if you sign somebody who you know just came out the streets for real, you know, you might bribe investigation, but you know, you ain't gotta worry about that now, you know, because we're gonna sign you and you know we all in this together, you know what I mean? But as soon as you get out of line, you know, we know about some things you did, you know, we can bring you in on and put you away forever. And ain't no telling what else going on, you know, in that industry when you got somebody like Jay, who everybody look up to as the man, and speak down on snitching, but he working hand in hand with a real snitch, a real federal informant. So it's like, you know, this whole facade I've been looking up to is like I'm disappointed now. You know what I mean? Not really, you know, hostile as you know the song may seem, but I'm definitely disappointed in Jay-Z because we're not supposed to honor rats or associate with no rats. You know what I mean? Not that close, especially if you know. Like some people can say, "Well, I heard that about bro, but you know, I ain't got no proof, no paperwork. It's proof that you know your people is a federal informant."
So I know we talked about the book and you actually gave.
Now, for everyone that wants to know who's this speaking, this is Ronnie Bo. Allegedly was one of R. Kelly's cellie. So this individual that's speaking is named Ronnie Bo, and Ronnie Bo allegedly is one of R. Kelly's old cellmates. If y'all wondering, how do he know so much? And if y'all are wondering who he is, once again, Ronnie Bo was one of R. Kelly's cellmates. Salute Blue Devil G. Salute Blue Devil G.
The book away for free, and we put the link in the last video we did. I'm gonna also put it in this one. But you working on another book, is that correct?
Yeah, it was gonna be like a part 2 to the one I put out for free.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just disclosing things I've been holding back. You know, I know for sure that R. Kelly wouldn't want me to disclose certain things, so I've been just holding back out of just loyalty and, you know, just trying to do the right thing, basically. But, you know, the fact of the matter is that he opened up to me about things that I think, you know, our people, the public, should be aware about, you know, so they can come on out the dark. Because, you know, most of us is being manipulated by these illusions. We looking up to people who, you know, if we knew what they do in the dark, we would be disappointed and look down on. And I feel like the people that our culture look up to is a major reason why we just so lost and behind, you know what I mean? And I feel like I'm doing the culture a major favor by letting them know, like, life ain't really what it seemed, and these people ain't who you really thought they was. So, you know, we can all focus on better things and become, you know, better as a culture, you know, on all levels, mentally, emotionally, because a lot of us are emotionally scarred, mentally misled, and, you know, don't know which way to go. We do to impress other people on social media, most of us, you know, and I say us because I don't want to seem like I'm being a hypocrite and I don't do this myself, but I just want us all to get on the right track. And I feel like to get them the light and let them know, like, this was really going on. You don't really want to be a part of that because you're going to lose your integrity. You're going to lose your soul. No, just put it out there. And no, it's not really about my loyalty to R. Kelly at this point. It's about my loyalty to God. You know, I don't feel right knowing these things and keeping them to myself. I think the public should know what's going on.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. It take a lot of courage for you to step out, and we appreciate.
Can y'all imagine R. Kelly's cell buddy? Can y'all imagine the information, the load of information that R. Kelly's cell buddy has? You got to keep in mind, you're locked in, you're locked down. You're locked down. So you could just imagine the things that was revealed. So I believe everything that he's been saying. Y'all let me know how y'all feel as well. So how do y'all feel? How do y'all feel about allegedly R. Kelly? If he would have went with the agenda, R. Kelly would have been with Beyoncé instead of Jay-Z. Oh yeah. And I believe that. I believe that. How do y'all feel? Also, Aaliyah wasn't feeling Jay-Z. Aaliyah was feeling Dame. Aaliyah was feeling Dame. And Dame is the one that really put Aaliyah on with what was going on. And allegedly, after that, that's when the mysterious plane crash happened. It all makes. Please stop calling my phone. I know you see I'm live, so please stop calling my phone. I'm not going to answer. Stop calling. How do y'all feel? How do y'all feel?
That, and we need more of that. And that's big coming from you because you actually stood face to face and talked to him at one of his lowest moments where he would be more willing to talk about these things. You know, I've heard about all about the prison talk. You know, you go to story and people, you go to prison and people tell their stories. So I guess he probably got a chance to vent. And it's good to hear that you're willing to share some of those things with us. And like you said, you'll share the rest of it in your book so they can look forward to getting that. So, and we'll keep it.
Now,
say hello to high-speed happiness with TDS fiber.
Now, allegedly, R. Kelly's cellmate, Ronnie Bo, was shot after exposing Jay-Z. Wow. Did y'all know that? Shocking news.
With speeds from 300 meg up to a whopping.
Are you ready to step into a world where creativity is rewarded? Introducing Finesse, the revolutionary play-to-earn game series, brought to you by the Jot Art in collaboration with Foundbake and Lightosphere Network. In Finesse, you're not just a player, but a true artist. Unleash your imagination as you paint vibrant landscapes, design awe-inspiring characters, and create mesmerizing worlds, all within a game. Click the top.
Very special edition of the Hip Hop Uncensored podcast. We got a special guest in the building. Ronnie Bo's on the podcast this afternoon. What's good with your family? How you feeling?
I'm all good other than this, I got shot about a week ago.
Damn, seen that.
I got shot in the shoulder, so I'm feeling a little pain over there, but other than that, I'm in good spirit.
Well, good. It's good to hear that you're good, that you're alive, you all right, man, given all that shit that's going on, man. Thank God that you're here with us and you're able to talk to us, man. So give the people a little bit of an introduction for those who don't know who you are. Let the people know who we're about to speak with for a little while right now.
But I just tell everybody, I'm God's son. My name Ronnie Bo. I'm a book author. I got a few books published available to the world everywhere books are sold. I'm also a songwriter and recording artist, more so in the hip hop genre, So I think that about sums up who Ronnie Bo is, other than I've been locked up a bunch of times for street shit, but other than that, just God, another one of God's sons, like us all.
For sure, man. And I've seen as of late, I would say a couple of months ago, you came on the scene, and pretty much you were locked up with R. Kelly. So you did a lot of interviews on a lot of different platforms, and you were able to tell your story about your encounter with R. Kelly. So let's kind of just start there, if you may, man. You said you was at MCC, Chicago. Tell us about the first day, if you can, you met R. Kelly.
The first day I met him, he was in the building for a while before I met him, but the day that I met him, I had got called down to the medical unit, and he had got called down around the same time. He was on Unit 19 at that time, and I was on Unit 15. We both knew who each other was, prior to meeting, because I was one of the guys who was pushing for him to get on general population. When he came through the door, he was on protective custody. So I put the word in for him, let him know he would be safe on general population with us. A few other guys did, and that's how he was familiar with my name. So when I introduced myself, he knew who I was, and of course, I already knew who he was because he probably the biggest name in music. One of the most successful people in music, not just R&B, but this somebody who wrote for Michael Jackson. You know what I mean? So yeah.
So before meeting R. Kelly, what was your? Obviously you sound like you rock with R. Kelly, given his music and stuff.
I say it again. Love him or hate him, you got to give R. Kelly his flowers. He wrote for Mike Jackson. In the discussion, R. Kelly wrote songs for Michael Jackson. R. Kelly, love him or hate him, R. Kelly will go down in history as one of the greatest songwriters in our time, hands down. Let's tap back into Ronnie Bo, R. Kelly's Cellmate.
But obviously all the rumors and everything that was going on circulating around him for the decades that they were going on. What was your thoughts about him as a man before meeting him?
Well, I grew up in a household where, my mama, even my dad, they play R. Kelly more than probably anybody else. So, and then when I graduated from elementary school, the class had to sing "I Believe I Can Fly,"
Yeah.
as part of our graduation.
Me too. Yeah.
So of course I was I admired him, just like how we admire any other celebrity, who produced inspirational music, somebody we grew up listening to. And I was hearing him.
Yuck.
Damn commercials.
Says another customer.
About everything from surviving R. Kelly already, but I'm the type of nigga basically, like, I think about what happened to Tupac. He was framed as a rapist. Mike Tyson was framed as a rapist. Bill Cosby was. Kobe Bryant was framed as a rapist. So, I take a lot of things like that into consideration, and just being locked up, most of my life, unfortunately, the fortunate part of that is I ended up around a lot of conscious black men. I was going through the system at an early age, and it was people who've been down 10, 20, even 30 years, who just opened my mind about how this government been oppressing our people, since slavery. So when I see a black man in the media getting bashed like that, I'm not so easily influenced to believe that this shit is true. You know what I mean? Like, I never believed that it was true. So I overlooked all that, and I just seen him as R. Kelly, the king of R&B. You know what I mean? And that's how I embraced him.
Right. Now, I heard, in a previous interview that you did, you said that he was just like any other prisoner. Take us to, meeting him again, and then finally, opening up, introducing yourself to him, and having conversations with him.
Well, when I introduced myself, I just let him know, my name is Ronnie Bo, of course. My lady friend Kayla had wrote me like a week before that. I got a letter from her a week before I actually ran into him, and she was saying, like, yeah, I heard you in there with R. Kelly. When you see him, tell him I said I love him and all that. So, when I braced him, I brought that up, and we just laughed and joked about that. And
right.
That was basically it. I wanted to write a book about him because, I already have my other two books out, Value of the Vagina and the Holy Trap Scriptures, and they do okay. But when I approached R. Kelly with the idea to write a book about him, I told him I didn't even want no royalties or no income from it. I just wanted to establish myself as an author. And I set up the agreement to where he would have received all the royalties and all the income, because I just knew how big it would have became if he could have got his side of the story out to the world in an articulate way.
Right.
I wanted to be the one to do that. So that's basically what a lot of our discussions was about, other than some of the inner workings in the music industry. I always had dreams to be a rap star, always wanted to be in that industry. So to meet somebody that big, I wanted to know, like, is these type of things true, as far as, people selling out, selling their souls and having to do all type of ignoble shit to advance in that industry, So I had those type of discussions with him.
Now, given R. Kelly's iconic stature, and then given what he's been through, we can assume that his trust is probably out the window. He probably don't trust many people because of what he's been through. Talk about how he
started beginning to share with you why he trusted in you to relay some of the information that he relayed on you and giving you the autonomy to write a book about him?
Well, he didn't. I don't believe he did trust me initially. I mean, gradually, yeah, he became to trust me a little more.
Right.
Gradually, a little more and more. But for those who don't know, man, this is a dude who been fucked over by everybody close to him. Whether they stole money from him or tricked him into contracts or, got paid by these surviving R. Kelly producers to say that he was doing all type of weird shit. You know what I mean? So
Let's chop it up. Let's chop it up, Rock Squad. Let's chop it up. After everything that we know of, how do y'all feel? Do y'all feel as though R. Kelly is 100% innocent? Do y'all feel like he's innocent of some of the things? How do y'all feel? Me personally, I feel like possible he's guilty of some of the things. I feel like he shouldn't be the only one if he is guilty of some things. I feel like he shouldn't be the only one that should be doing time. I've been saying this for the longest. They knew for the females that were 18 years and older, they knew his track record. They knew about the incident with the 15-year-old that he urinated on. They knew about that. I feel like the uncles, the parents that took their underage children there to R. Kelly, I feel like their asses should be doing some time as well. That's just me. I don't feel like R. Kelly should be the only one doing time. Now, when it comes to the RICO, when it comes to the racketeering, no. Nina says, as long as the parents was getting the money, it was all good. That's facts. Yahweh God says, yes, sir. Kirby says, yeah, that's facts. As long as they was getting that bag, as long as there were checks rolling in, everything was good. And most of the times, that's how it always go. Salute Nola Nola. I see you down there, Nola Nola. Randall says some things. So that's a problem for me. That's a problem for me. Same way with the Diddy situation. Same way. I do feel like allegedly Diddy is guilty of some of the accusations. Randall says, exactly, everyone should pay. But I feel like Diddy is another one. Y'all knew what type of guy this dude was. You can't sit up here and tell me that y'all wasn't trying to use Diddy to y'all advantage. It happens all the time. So we got to stop. We got to stop this fronting. Leslie says, I know it's wrong for what these people is doing, but this mess been going on since the beginning of time. Elvis, Jerry, and James. That's facts. That's facts. Lamont Sanford, Desmond Wilson that played Lamont from Sanford and Son. He said it been there. He said this was going on in Hollywood before blacks were even allowed in Hollywood. So it's been going on. But what I don't like is, I don't like, now if you are a victim, you are a victim. And I advocate for all victims, regardless race, creed, religion, or color. I advocate for all victims. A victim is a victim. If you are a victim, I advocate for you. I feel for you. I have compassion for all victims. However, if you're using the victim card, and in some of the cases, I believe that's what happened. Because, I mean, let's be honest now. Like with the Mike Tyson demonstration. She went to Mike Tyson hotel room. If I'm not mistaken, I believe it was a little bit after 2 a.m. And she claimed that she didn't know what was going on. She claimed that sex was not on her mind. BS. Same way with the Tupac situation. There were pictures of that female going down on Tupac, giving Tupac oral sex in the club. There were pictures that she was giving him oral sex in the club. Allegedly, or some strange reason, she claimed that Tupac hard her. So we got to start calling a spade a spade. But I'm going to get back to my man that was allegedly locked with R. Kelly, Ronnie Bo.
You know, and then there was an incident in there. You know, El Chapo people was in there at the time that me and R. Kelly was there, and there was an incident where El Chapo nephew had let somebody get up under him, and that person wore a wire on El Chapo nephew, and you know, El Chapo nephew was only gonna get 5 years because they couldn't tie him into none of the murders or all the drugs that was being sold. They only had him for like money laundering, tax evasion, stuff like that. But whatever he told the guy who wore the wire on him caused him to get 25 years. And that circulating around the building, and we was all shocked because on general population, everybody got to show their paperwork and prove that they not a rat or whatever. So, you know, you would think everybody was solid, but you know, the guy wore a wire on El Chapo nephew, and that's another reason why R. Kelly was like skeptical about opening up to people, because it's like damn, people doing this in here, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he was skeptical about me, but you know, I was on count with the GDs, and you know, and the feds, the GDs is a very glorious, honorable organization. So, you know, I asked the guys to go talk to R. Kelly and just let him know I'm not that type of person. You know, let him know I'm a stand-up guy, and I really just want to help him, and I really just want to write the book on his side of the story, which I eventually kind of did anyway. I just released a free ebook that I'm actually allowing you guys to you know, distribute through your platform to your fan base, and of course, you know. This interview will introduce me to y'all fan base, so
Yes.
I want them all to know that book is available to them free on y'all platform. But it's not the book that I wanted to write, because I wanted to get his side of the story off all the allegations that's being that has been said about him on Surviving R. Kelly.
Right.
Surviving R. Kelly.
So let's talk about that. In one of your interviews, you know, you said that you asked R. Kelly, or he told you, either one, that it was $1.2 billion, that he found out that his catalog was worth $1.2 billion. And once he started trying to figure out how he can get, you know, the payments for that or whatever, that's when he said things kind of turned up on him, you know, as far as the allegations and things like that. Can you kind of break that down to the audience if you can?
Yeah, you know, everybody, I guess, is aware of his beef with Jay-Z now. And I'm not saying that's what started it, but, you know, when the Forbes started listing Jay-Z as being worth 500 million or a billion or whatever he was listed at the time, to R. Kelly, you know, got skeptical about his situation. it kind of alarmed him and woke him up. Like wow, how is Jay-Z worth more than me? You know what I mean? Like I wrote for Michael Jackson. I wrote this song, that song, my own hits. Like how? You know what I mean? I know if Michael Jackson catalog is supposed to be worth 2 billion and Jay-Z supposed to be worth this, then why do I have to go on tour just to pay my bills and survive? Because that was his circumstances. He wasn't really as rich as people thought he was. I mean, of course, he should have been as rich as we thought he was, but he wasn't. He had to go on tour just to survive. So, you know, once he learned how much he should be worth, and then he looked more into it.
And see, that's the thing.
And realized it.
Once you, as an artist, as a writer, as a producer, as a director, once you learn the game and you figure out exactly how much you're worth, once you figure that out, because for the most part, most people are green when they come into the game. Most people are green. And if they're not green, everybody's not going to know the ins and outs of the game. But once you learn it, Yahweh says Jay-Z and P. Diddy even hated on Kanye. That's how they took half of it. Exactly. And once you learn it, you know, once you get it, and once you say, all right, that's enough of that, you know, Yahweh said that's how they went after his money. And once, because like I said, you know, we can try to front, but let's just be honest. Once you realize these folks been taking advantage of me, once you realize these folks been getting over on me, then you realize, all right, we're going to put an end to that. That's when all the problems occur. Go to Monique. Remember Monique? When Monique realized that she was worth more than that 500,000, Monique became a problem to them. But once they learned, Prince, remember Prince had to end up changing his name. Well, not changing his name. Prince had to end up going by another name. What was it? The artist formerly known as, because Prince didn't even own the rights to his own name. So it's a lot of loopholes. It's a lot of red tape. It's so many clauses that these industry people will get you with. That's why they want you when you are young, because you're naive and you're easy to give up the booty. Executive groupie says, hey, question, I'm a white guy and I dropped. Do that, man. We don't do that N-word. I done told you that, man. Now I'm about to cuss your ass out and send you up out of here, executive. And I told y'all trolls yesterday. I told y'all trolls. If you come to my platform trolling, if you come here trolling over here is just like hoeing. So you're going to have to check in some money. Now you go sit in the corner somewhere, executive, and keep quiet before I get my moderators to get you up out of here. I done told you this yesterday, all right? Now don't get on my bad side. All right, let's go back to some more.
His catalog was really worth it. He just didn't understand like why he didn't have what he was worth. So, you know, he got to looking into it, and you know, the government and the people behind the music industry, you know, they very conniving. So, you know, they put together, you know, some things that is still preventing him from getting, you know, what he know he worth. And it's crazy, bro, because even like since I've been going on these platforms and going viral about everything that R. Kelly told me, I'm finding out all type. I know why he act how he act now, because like somebody if you look up this guy named Debosky, he was framed. They called him an R. Kelly super fan, and he was basically doing what I'm doing, you know, like speaking out about R. Kelly's situation. And then they framed him and said that I forgot exactly what it was, but it was outrageous. Like he supposed to have been threatening the witnesses or something that from surviving R. Kelly. And,
Oh yeah.
And it's federal agents, bro, who I mean, like on me now. Like, of course, I already went federal for my drug case.
Right.
But now they looking into me about supporting R. Kelly, and a lot of posing as R. Kelly supporters. So you will have people that call me or find me on social media and act like, what could we do to help? Could we send you money? And I have proof. If you look at some of these interviews, I'm turning down money during the interview. They saying, "What's your cash app?" And it's like, no, I don't. This is not what I'm in this for. I don't want your money. Mm-hmm. But some of them will get up under me and say, can we help you do this and that? And they really be federal agents. So
that's true.
Like, I mean, I don't know why they own this man so much. I don't know if it's because his catalog worth $1.2 billion and they just want parts of that or want to take control of that or what. But I mean, dude is way bigger than people even imagine. Like,
and that's true.
They have these federal agents like planted everywhere to prevent people from supporting this man, and not just people coming out of nowhere saying that he locked them in basements and he fucked them when they was kids. But I mean, like, even people like me who speaking up for him, it's like they trying to shut that down.
You know, we talked a lot on this platform over the years with the why. Why would they try to railroad R. Kelly? Why?
Because
it's a coastal state of mind.
He wouldn't go along with that agenda. And not only he wouldn't go along with the agenda, he knew too much. And we all know when you know too much, they either take your life from you or they take your freedom, one way or another, or they crucify you. They paint a picture of you in front of the public so like Kanye, the people would think you crazy. But I've always said Kanye got good sense. Ain't nothing wrong with Kanye. He got good sense. He got good sense.
In a coastal kind of wine. Cross into the coast with the crossings.
But man, thank you so much, man, for being, of course, on the Lionel Beat.
But once they paint that picture of you, it's hard. It's hard to get out of that image that they paint. They did Jesus like that. Go to the demonstration of Jesus. Oh, they painted a picture of Jesus. Tried to trip them up and try to get them confused and everything. Leslie says, Jesse Bell was the first black artist to own his own music in 1932 because of his wife learning the business. Right. And y'all seen countless movies of artists, Cadillac Records. Look how they got swindled out of everything with Cadillac Records. I mean, that's just how the music business worked. But once again, that's why they want you and I when we're young. That's why they want us when we're young. Because it's easy to manipulate us. And by the time we realize what they have done, it's too late. We done already signed our life away. We done already sold our souls to the devil. It's too late. It's too late. Can y'all imagine? Just imagine any artist, take any artist. Can you imagine what their catalog is worth? Can you imagine they publishing? Can you imagine what they're worth was it Danny Kane? What did Aubrey say? Or Andrea on the demonstration that I done yesterday? Somebody, they made 48 million off of them, and they didn't receive a dime. We went over that yesterday, on the day before yesterday's demonstration. Leslie says Sam Cooke didn't own his own music. They can't play none of the music during his documentary. You know? So you figure, how many other Danity Kanes do we have? It was 48 million. Are y'all listening? It was $48 million made off of Danity Kane. And Danity Kane, they didn't receive 1 cent. Let's go to TLC. What they was getting. Y'all gonna help me better understand that, because I forgot what TLC was making off of what they, was making. And then they had to split it 3 ways. Well, give me the numbers on the TLC, y'all. I forgot. Matter of fact, let me look it up. TLC was making, somebody drop the numbers for me on what TLC was making. I believe it was on that Sexy Cool album. They didn't get nothing. Look at all the other groups. Didn't get nothing. These artists don't even own their name. New Edition didn't even own their name. I think it was Johnny Gill and Ralph Tresvant or Michael Bivins. I know it was 2 of them. Somebody gave them the money to buy their name. See, things just as simple as that these artists don't even know. They don't own nothing. So they get cheated out of money. Let's go back to Ronnie Bo, y'all.
So it's an honor, man. This is one of the biggest urban platforms on the internet.
Hey, I appreciate that, man.
Shout out to the Line Off B Show.
Tell my viewers, man, some of them that may not have seen some of your interviews and may not have heard about you, man. Tell some of our viewers a little bit about yourself.
My name is Ronnie Bo. I'm a book author and a songwriter. Just another son of God. Just like my brother Jesus. Like Nas. That's it. Just God, son. That's all.
And where you originally from, though?
Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
So you've been, you've been doing some views on YouTube, man. You've been getting a lot of views about your story, and all of that, man. Tell us, as far as you were cellmates with R. Kelly, is that correct, or y'all was in the same place?
He wasn't my cellmate. We was just on the same unit for a period of time. But we was in the same building for like 2 years.
So let me clear that up, because I did say that Ronnie Bo was a former cellmate of R. Kelly. So they weren't cellmates. They was just in the same unit. They was housed in the same unit. So this is not a cellmate of R. Kelly. They was just housed in the same unit.
Yeah. So throughout that 2 years, even when we weren't on the same unit, like I'll probably see them in the medical unit or at rec or, passing through the building.
What was that like, man? Kind of like, seeing him in there. And I mean, did you know before he was already there, before you got there, or did he come in while you was already there?
I was there. I got there like June 24, 2019. And he either came like at I'm going to say between September and October. But when he first got there, he was like, in the Fed, they call it the shoot. Most people know it as the hold. And he was only there because of protection reasons. Like, y'all know it as protected custody, but in the Feds, it's called administrative detention. And they had him there basically on protected custody because, everybody know the rule in the Feds, or probably any jail, is like snitches and child ain't supposed to be able to be on general population without getting up, basically.
Right.
So he was down there, and I was you know, with me being a book author, I wanted to write a book on his side of the story. So I was one of the guys, you know, talking to the niggas who, you know, had the building for the GDs and had the building for the vice lords. Basically, like, man, we need to get Kills up here. You know what I'm saying? For one, I don't think he did this shit. And two, you know what I'm saying? I want to write a book about his side of the story. You know what I mean?
Right.
To, you know, just establish myself more as a book author.
So how did he take to the idea of you wanting to be a part of his story and telling, you know, his side of the story? Was he cool with that?
No, he was real skeptical. You know, I was a stranger to him. You know, we was cool, but still, like, he been f***ed over so many times by so many people. You know what I'm saying? He didn't know if he can trust me. I even, like, cause you know it was shit that happened in there, like, just before he got there, somebody had wore a wire on El Chapo nephew. He had got up under El Chapo nephew, which his name was Chewy, you know, acting like he helping him with his case. And El Chapo nephew, he didn't really have no ties, no direct ties to none of the drugs. He was just in there for like tax evasion, money laundering.
All right, we heard that before. Now, we're going to go to Pimpin' Ken. Pimpin' Ken has offered Ronnie Bo $250 or $250,000. Let's check that out. Leslie says, so was it safe to say when Diddy give his artists back their rights, it's worth nothing today? Though that publishing ain't going to be worth nothing. Those publishings from Bad Boys ain't going to be worth nothing, Leslie. Let's see why Pimpin' Ken offered this dude $250,000. Let's see.
On my way to the money, you should follow my lead. No cap, this a crown in my town, I'm a king.
Speaking of, man, your book, Shine Now, Grind Later.
Grind now.
Grind now, shine later. Sorry about that.
You gotta grind.
Gotta grind now before you shine. Grind now, shine later. If he offers you $250,000, is that for just a signing, or is that, you know, for public? Like, what is that for? Or like, what did he actually?
He want the rights to the book. You know, it's gonna be big, of course. And
so Pimpin' Ken, shout out to Pimpin' Ken. Pimpin' Ken offered Ronnie Bo $250,000 for the rights. See, that's a power move. It's a chess move because he knows that book is like stocks and bonds. You know, you invest with the hopes of what? The stock going up. So with this book that he got on R. Kelly, eventually it's going to take off. And this is what I tell everyone. I tell everyone that's thinking about going into business. I tell everybody that's in business. I tell everybody that has something going on in their life. I tell them, never get focused on where you're at today. Always remain focused on where you're headed. Nothing becomes successful overnight. You could try it, but as quick as it becomes successful, or as quick as it's like a dope game. For everybody that was caught up in the dope game, you know, we was getting money, and we was getting buku money. Some of us was getting rich, but it didn't last long. So as Yahweh says, that book will be worth a lot. But let's get back to Ronnie Bo and his situation with Pimpin' Ken.
I was just looking. I had just looked him up after he offered me that money. I'm matter of fact, I'm finna show you this. That selfie. People always think, you know what I'm saying, a motherfucker, they gotta lie for whatever reason, all that old silly shit. But look, this all Wikipedia, right? How much it say Pimpin' Ken net worth is? 20 million. 20 million. Now, being that he from here.
So Pimpin' Ken got a net worth of 20 million. I'll say it again. Pimpin' Ken has a net worth of 20 million. So the $250,000 wasn't nothing to Pimpin' Ken.
He gonna have a lot of hating ass niggas saying he can't get Ronnie Bo no $250,000. But what Wikipedia say? 20 million. Okay, so now this is where I'm going with this basically, bro. Like, I mean, if he offered me that, he built himself up to this point, right? So he know what he's doing. If he offered me that, don't you think he know he can make at least $1 million off of it? It's just like a nigga in the streets. If you buy a brick for 25,000, you know you're gonna make at least even 30 or 35. It's like, okay, it's a good move. So my thing is like, I don't know, he's seeing something I might even be seeing myself. I know the book gonna sell because all this publicity I'm getting, but I don't know how much it's gonna sell. And see, he works for Simon & Schuster, which is the biggest book publishing company in the world. And he a literary agent. So his job is like what an A&R is for a record label. You know, their job is to sign people. So, you know, he signed Lil Boosie, he signed Ice-T, he negotiated a deal to sign Master P, a few other people. But when all this publicity is going on, it's like, okay, did Simon & Schuster hit him and say, lock him in? Because when I was in the Feds, when I really wanted a deal, I asked him to sign it. Right. And he didn't feel like it'd be a good business move at the time. At the time. Yeah, but now it's like, okay. And then you jump out the window, you offering more than I would have asked for when I was in the Feds. So make you think like, okay, if I'm worth this, then maybe I'm worth more. I know.
And we seen this same business move with Master P. Master P said that him and his brother C Murder damn near was fighting because Master P turned down $1 million deal in the very beginning of No Limit. And Master P said, I only had $500 to my name. And he said that I turned down $1 million deal. And his brother C Murder was mad. Why did you turn down $1 million? Do you know what we could have done with that $1 million? But Master P said the same thing that Ronnie Bo said. Master P said, if they got $1 million for me, if they offering $1 million, somebody somewhere else got $2 million to offer. Somewhere else, somebody got $5 million. Somebody got $10 million. If they offering me $1 million, imagine what they gonna make off of what it is that I'm selling them. So if they gonna give me $1 million, then it got to be worth 10, maybe 100 million. That's business 101, y'all. Know your worth. And you don't always have to sell out. Salute, Sages. Salute. We go wrong because we see dollar signs before we understand the importance of ownership. If you own it, do you know that ownership means generational wealth? Something that they didn't teach us in school, something that we didn't learn until aeon years later. But if you own something, ownership means generational wealth, meaning you can leave this behind when you leave this earth to your offsprings. So this is business 101. Listen, y'all.
No, see, I'm a hustler. You know what I mean? Like, I could make $250,000 myself off my book, off what I know in my hustling skills. So a lot of people been saying, take it. Like, I'm not finna just jump. It's like even when I sued the DEA in my Fed case, right? As soon as they offered me $10,000, my mama, my baby mama, you need to just take it. And these are the same people who were saying I'm stupid for suing. They ain't see no, you know what I'm saying? They ain't see no hope but now they offer me 10, you gonna tell me to take it. And you getting frustrated with me, because I'm like, I know what this case worth, and I'm not taking no motherfucking 10.
That's deep.
You know?
That's deep, dog. So, what's the move with it? What you know, you just gonna sit back and just let it, just let it play out, or you gonna think about it?
See, I fuck with Pimpin' Ken. You know, he done did a lot for me throughout life. Like, one of the greatest things I feel like he did for me was when I was in the feds. You know, a lot of people don't know that you could get your time reduced for what they call exceptional community charitable work or something like that. And this how T.I. got his time like that. People say he told, and he probably could have. But in a way, because he did the Crime Stopper shit, so I guess you could say that's a sense of telling, but they really go into the category of community, whatever the feds name it, because like if you directly tell and you get somebody locked up, in the feds it's called like a 501k, and if you got that on your paperwork, then you told. He didn't have it on his paperwork, so he did the community shit. And the way you get that, you have people like Mike McGee wrote the judge for me, Reggie Brown for V100, you know what I'm saying? Pimpin' Ken, all these people wrote the judge and said he was a positive person in his community, and this is what he did for the community. So that helped me, you know what I mean? So, you know, I feel like I'm, in debt to Ken because of that, and everybody else who supported me, because a lot of people gave up on me during that time. So, you know, if it'll help his situation and help mine, I might do it. But, you know,
For all convicts, for all criminals, for anyone that has a family member that's incarcerated, here go another lesson, class 101. Write that judge. Do y'all know that writing the judge, do y'all know how far, believe it or not, that can get you? Do you know that if you have people from your community, if you have family members, do you know that if you are in touch, if you are doing any kind of community work, Ronnie Bo just laid it down for y'all. He just laid it down for y'all, how he was able to come home earlier. Write the judge. Get pastors in the neighborhood. Write the judge. Push that pen. Write that judge. Listen, y'all. Listen.
more inclined to, I'm gonna keep my rights. Something I could pass down to my son or my daughter or something, you know what I mean? That's what's up.
I got one more joint, and then I'm going to let y'all get out of here. I got one more joint that I want to run. Y'all got any questions? Shoot them to me. Y'all got any questions? Shoot them to me. Let's see.
How to kill all mosquitoes in the area in just minutes. This simple but brilliant trick you can do tonight to eliminate all mosquitoes around.
Contact. Because the way that it was said.
All right. Can you say the Russian word and can you guess its meaning? All right. Now, my man from the Moorish World TV, he thinks that Ronnie Bo is cap. Let's tap in and hear what he got to say about Ronnie Bo.
somebody.
Check 1 2. Check 1 2, family. We back again. We back again. I gotta do it. I gotta do it. I gotta do it. I want to apologize, but I don't want to, but I gotta do it.
And I did scam somebody.
I gotta do it.
I'm out here making money, man.
I gotta do it.
I beat her back out.
And I did.
She was in love with your boy.
I gotta do it. I gotta do it. I gotta do it. I gotta do it. Peace and love. Can y'all hear me? Press 7 if you can hear me. I gotta get this started right now. I gotta get it started right now. I don't need to go any further. Without no further ado, all I need to do is see 1 7, and we gonna get it started.
Wait, it gets worse.
All I need is 1 7. I need 1 7 in the air. That's all I need is 1 7, and we gonna get it started. I mean, good goodness gracious. Here we go. Let's go.
Salute, Lady Fresh.
There we go. There we go. I tried to warn you. Don't say I ain't warned you. Welcome to another edition of Morris Raw TV, the greatest in tech world. Live stream on the internet. Yeah. Come on. Oh yeah. Come on, we need everybody to share this. This brother has been trolling around the internet for a long time, and ain't nobody called him on his mess. Tonight, he be called on his mess. I don't care about your killer talk. I don't care about all the time you spent behind the wall. One thing you won't do is come on here and try to grift the people. No. Yeah. Let's go. But do the men really care? Hell no, cause they got a love for yours. Whole generation chasing bills, need to serve. Yeah, they love no Yanni, Tucci, Kodak, Amigo, Ross, Lucid. Oh, and the love for the woman look like your neighbor. When he emailed me, right, he said, and I'm gonna show the email in a minute. When he emailed me, he said, he said, man, let's get straight into it, man. I'm not gonna play with this. Let's get straight into it. Y'all ready for this, man? Thumbs up this, man. You know what I mean? Nah, listen. So when he emailed me, right? So I'm green as a blade of grass. Let me show you what I'm talking about. I am the type of person where I like organic interviews. So I don't go into a whole bunch of deep conversations before I interview somebody. You follow what I'm saying? That's not something that I do, because I feel as though that if I do that, then it's going to take away even the surprise from myself. So I don't go into deep conversation. He got me off the brink. All I had to do was pay attention. You know what I mean? But it's the internet. I ain't got to be on point. I got to be on point when I walk out the door, but I guess not. Anyway, this was and maybe you're going to catch it before I catch it, right? It says, Ronnie Bo was incarcerated with R. Kelly at MCC Chicago for 21 months. R. Kelly had revealed things to Ronnie Bo about Jay-Z that would make good content for your channel. His most recent interview, which broadcast April 3rd, 2024, reached 30,000 views in 6 hours, and then he put the link on it. Please look into this and consider hosting an interview with Ronnie Bo on your platform soon. Thank you. And then he sent a little video. Can anybody tell me what stands out about this email? Let me grab a water. Anybody? If you don't know, look at the top of the right-hand corner, and it says Ronnie Bo. Yes, you caught it. He talking, but hold up, but hold up now, hold up.
Wait, it gets worse.
Listen. This brother has been all around the internet on tons of platforms, and no one has called him out on this madness. No one has called him out. Now, I haven't seen anyone call him out. Well, he's going to be called out tonight. He's going to be called out tonight because he's not going to come over here thinking, and anybody that come to get an interview over here, they're going to bring integrity with them because he's going to get called out tonight. You better believe that. Listen, this is all the platforms he has been on. If you look through this, family, listen. This is all the platforms he has been on. I'm telling you, he's been around. He's been using all sorts of type of propaganda, even where he said he got popped at. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Salute my boo. Salute my boo. So, I'm going to finish letting it play. Drop a 1 if y'all believe everything what Ronnie Bo was saying. Drop a 2 if y'all think it was cat. We're going to find out. We're going to find out from the Mo brother. I want to know. Drop a 1 if y'all believe what Ronnie Bo was saying. Drop a 2 if y'all think he was all cat. Let's let the Mo brother break it down.
I mean, listen, I'm telling you, he is a class act. But hold up. It's good for YouTube, so we ain't tripping. It's good for YouTube, so we ain't tripping. But anyway, listen, that was the email, right? But I didn't bother to look at the top right-hand corner when I got the email because I'm so busy, right? So I just read the email and I responded as a responsible person would do. Here we go. So I responded and I say this. I say, do you know the brother Ronnie? Hey, family, peep it. DJ Alvin, peep this one. Man, we get these grifters, man. We get them good, too. Peep, he said, I say, because remember, I did not look at the sender because I remember in the chat that someone says you should interview Ronnie Bo. So I'm thinking that this is somebody else. I didn't even bother to look. He said, I say, do you know brother Ronnie? If so, email him and tell him I'd like to interview him, but I'll also try to find his contact. Because the way that it was said, Doggy Diamonds promoted him, but Doggy Diamonds, I don't want to speak for Doggy Diamonds, but I think Doggy Diamonds calling cap too. I don't know. But listen. Because the reason why I respond to him the way I did, because I remember the conversation in the chat. I mean, so I'm thinking that, like y'all say, I'm talking to a representative because someone in the chat says I should get him on the show. And then the email comes and echoed the same exact thing. But hold up now. But that ain't nothing. This is what he responds back. This ain't no wonder he was in the feds. He ain't even a good petty criminal. Look at this. I act as his publicist. I can have him either call you or text you directly.
Now, do that means, and I'm looking at the email and everything, do that means that the information that he gave is false? Just because, and it can happen, like I've done that before, whereas though I was acting like my manager. It was me writing the letter. It was me sending off the email, but I was acting like I was a manager. So just because it was Ronnie Bo setting up the actual interview with the Grand Sheik, is that to say that all of the information that he gave about R. Kelly, is that to say that we going to just ignore all of the information that Ronnie Bo gave? Because to be honest with you, he was saying things that I had already was saying, about Jay-Z and Beyonce's marriage and all of that allegedly was set up. you know, the industry put them together. Also, I said before that, excuse me, Jay-Z was sleeping with Aaliyah first before Dame Dash. So even though it's shocking news, but it's news, believe it or not, I had already heard and I had already knew. I was just surprised that it was coming from someone that was actually locked up with R. Kelly. Let me go back to the Grand Sheik, y'all. Let's go back to the Grand Sheik.
By the morning, if not tonight. Family, come on. Wait, it gets worse. This fool crazy. This fool crazy. Oh my God, man. Listen what he said. And remember, I ain't even bothered to look in the upper left-hand corner. Come on, man. Where's Moochie Bear when you need him? He said, I act, but, hey, family, why they come to me? Now I'm going to expose them, and I'm the bad guy. I'm going to be the bad guy tonight. You know what I mean? Because all the platforms he's been on, there is no one that questioned or asked him critical questions to make him verify who he was and what he was talking about. Oh, it's about to get nasty up in here. That's right. I'm going to slam the cookie jar right. We're gonna put them up here properly so people can see what we're talking about. Because this don't make no sense, man. You coming out to Morris World TV. I told him we ain't that type of people, man. Leave us alone, man. So we're gonna put him up here properly. Now, even when he sent me this picture and he looking at 2 phones, I knew something wasn't right. And when he sent me this picture and said he gonna send me this, he sent me a couple pictures, and this was one of them. One of them, he had a stack of $100 bills in his hand. I mean, you know, like the big bankroll, holding them on his shoulder like that. I knew something. I knew something was wrong. I knew something wrong. I said, man, he holding stacks of money on his shoulder when they got places called banks, shoe boxes, Brazil.
So the Grand Sheik, he's not buying it. He's not buying it. And that's why I said everything that you hear in this video that I call a demonstration is allegedly. It's all for entertainment and educational purposes only. So I'll say it once again. Everything that you heard in this video that I call a demonstration is only allegedly. Y'all let me know how y'all feel in the comment section. Y'all let me know how y'all feel in the comment section. Once again, I appreciate everybody for pulling up, and make sure everybody tune in later on this evening to Miss Parker. Miss Parker will be going live probably like in another hour or so. Make sure everybody tune in and pull up on Miss Parker. Salute everybody.